Now, I don't know what you plan on doing here.
I've come here to put an end to Loki's schemes.
Then prove it. Put that hammer down.
Your costumes evolved a little bit in this film.
Yes, little sleeveless number.
That's right.
It's for the summer. Friday
out.
nights. Yeah.
Night out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cap got a remake over too. A remake over? Makeover? Remake over? Makeover. I don't watch those shows. You got a makeover. Yeah. It's much more of a comic booky feel. You know, the first uniform costume had more of a utilitarian feel. It actually looked like it would serve a purpose in a war. This one was more akin to the comic books, but I think that's Joss. You know, Joss is a comic book geek, and I think he wanted to see a Captain America that he knew as a child.
You wear a rubber suit and then you fight in a warehouse that's like 130 degrees and you just end up, you lose a lot of water weight that way, I guess. Although I have to say that our costumes were way more comfortable if you compared us to all those guys that have like metal unitards.
You threaten my world with war. You steal a force you can't hope to control. You talk about peace and you kill because it's fun.
How was wearing that eye patch for the whole filming?
Yeah, I kind of like that eye patch. I was actually more concerned on this particular film in getting the original Nick Fury scar. I mean, if you'll notice in Iron Man 1, 2, scar is kind of like a kitty scratch. But because I was dealing with Joss, I asked Joss if it was okay if we went back to the original comic book scar. You have made me very desperate.
Ooh. It burns you to have come so close.
You know, the costume is so heavy and it's so thick. It's all leather and metal. And, you know, I'm doing so much action and you just get very hot and kind of sweaty in there. And then all the heat that's trying to get out of the top of your head, you know, of course, this is where all the heat goes. When as soon as you put the helmet on, the heat is kept inside and it slowly like kind of turns my brain to some kind of crazy cocktail of scrambled eggs.
When the Avengers had all come together, like in the first couple of scenes on the bridge, you know, I think the cape and the metal sleeves was just a bit too distracting. You know, it just kind of stood out too much. So they wanted to kind of modernize him, I think, for those scenes.
No!